Dear students and mathematics lovers, please welcome to the YouTube channel Mathematics Student Helper. In present video, we discuss about vector space. This is part 3. Here I discuss about subspace. Here intersection and union of two subspace are discussed. I hope that you understand my video. If you understand the topic, then after watching please like it and share it with your friends. If the channel is still not subscribed, please subscribe it and say your friends to subscribe. At first I give a theorem about intersection of two subspaces. Intersection of two subspaces of a vector space is always a subspace of that vector space. Intersection of two subspaces of a vector space is also a subspace of that vector space. Proof: let V be a vector space over a field F and W1 W2 be two subspaces of a vector of the vector space V. So we have to show that W1 intersection W2 is a subspace also. Here clearly theta belongs to W1 intersection W2, because here theta belongs to W1 as well as W2. Theta is the null element. You know that every subspace contains the null element or null vector of the vector space. So since here W1 and W2 are subspaces, so they must contain theta. So theta belongs to W1 as well as W2. So theta belongs to W1 intersection W2. So we can conclude that W1 intersection W2 is a non-empty subset of V. Now our target is to prove W1 intersection W2 is subspace. For that purpose, we consider two elements alpha beta in W1 intersection W2. You know that how to show a set a subspace. There are two conditions. In first condition you have to choose two elements alpha beta, then you have to show that alpha plus beta is also in that set. And second condition, for second condition you have to choose an element from the set and an element from the field C, and you have to show that C alpha belongs to that set. However, in first condition we choose alpha beta in W1 intersection W2, then alpha beta belongs to W1 as well as alpha beta belongs to W2. Since W1 is a subspace of V, alpha beta in W1 implies that alpha plus beta in W2, and since W2 is a subspace of V, alpha beta in W2 implies that alpha plus beta in W2. This is the first condition for any subspace. Okay, so since W1 and W2 are subspaces, then both the conditions hold. So here you see that alpha plus beta is in W1 as well as alpha plus beta is in W2. Okay, since alpha plus beta is in both W1 and W2, so this must belong to W1 intersection W2. So we see that for any two elements alpha beta in W1 intersection W2, their sum is also in W1 plus W2. So first condition for subspace is satisfied for W1 intersection W2. For second condition, we choose an element C in F and another element, another vector alpha from intersection W1 intersection W2. Now our target is to prove C dot alpha is also in W1 intersection W2. Okay. Since alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2, so alpha belongs to W1 as well as alpha belongs to W2. Again, since W1 is a subspace of V, then C belongs to F and alpha belongs to a W1 must implies that C alpha belongs to W1. We get this from second condition for subspace. And similarly, since W2 is a subspace of V, so C in F and alpha in W2 must implies that C alpha belongs to W2. So here we see that C alpha belongs to W1 as well as C alpha belongs to W2. So C alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2. Thus, we see that for all C in F and for alpha in W1 intersection W2, C alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2. Thus, C belongs to F, alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2 implies that C alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2. So, both the conditions for subspace in W1 intersection W2 is satisfied. Thus, we see that W intersection W2 is a non-empty subset of V and for all alpha beta in W1 intersection W2, their sum must belong to W1 intersection W2. And second condition, for all C in F and for all alpha in W1 intersection W2, their multiplication of alpha by C, that is C alpha, belongs to W1 intersection W2. So both the conditions are satisfied. Therefore, W1 intersection W2 is a subspace. Okay. But what happens for union? Union of two subspace of a vector space in general is not a subspace. It may be subspace or may not be subspace. So for example, let us consider real vector space R3. Let W1 equal to xyz such that x equal to 0 and W2 equal to xyz in R3 such that y equal to 0. That is, we consider all the elements whose first component is 0. This is W1, and here W2, what is W2? All the elements in R3 with second component as 0. So you know that both the sets are subspace for R3. Here W1 union are subspaces of the real vector space R3. Then W1 union W2 equal to all the elements whose first component is 0 or second component is 0 must belong to W1 union W2. So here the condition is either x equal to 0 or y equal to 0. Okay. Therefore, W1 union W2 is a non-empty subset of R3. Now, let alpha equal to 0 to 3. Since first component is 0, therefore alpha belongs to W1. And beta equal to -2, 0, 1. Here since second component is 0, therefore beta belongs to W2. So beta belongs to W1 union W2. Alpha belongs to W1, so alpha belongs to W1 union W2. And since beta belongs to W2, it must belongs to their union. But if you calculate alpha plus beta, this will be 0, 2, 3 plus -2, 0, 1. You have to add both. You have to add component wise. Therefore 0 plus -2 means -2, 2 plus 0 means 2, and 3 plus 1 means 4. But here you see that here neither first component 0 nor second component 0. Therefore this does not belong to W1 union W2. Here alpha plus beta does not belong to W1 because here first component is non-zero. This is also does not belong to W2 because second component is non-zero. So alpha plus beta does not belong to W1 union W2. Here you see that alpha beta belongs to W1 union W2, but their sum does not belong to W1 union W2. Hence W1 union W2 is not a subspace. Here I give another example. Let us consider real vector space R3. Let W1 equal to xyz such that 2x plus 3y minus z equal to 0. W2 equal to xyz such that minus x plus 5y plus z equal to 0. Here both of W1 and W2 are subspaces, but union is not subspace. W1 union W2 equal to xyz such that this condition hold or this condition hold. Okay. Here this is not a subspace. For example, here you consider two elements alpha 115 and beta 101. Here alpha belongs to 115. So alpha belongs to alpha satisfies that condition. 2 into 1 plus 3 into 1 minus 5, that is 0, and beta satisfies that condition. So alpha and beta both elements in W1 union W2, but if you add that two elements, this does not belong to W1 union W2 because 216 does not satisfy the conditions. If you put in first condition, that is 2x plus 3y minus z, then this will be 2.2 means 4, 3.1 means 3, 4 plus 3 means 7, minus 6 equal to 1, this is not equal to 0. And also if you put here, this will be minus 2 plus 5 into 1, 5, minus 2 plus 5 means 3, and here z is 6. 6 plus 3 means 9. This is not equal to 0. Therefore 2 1 6 does not satisfy this condition or this condition. So where W1 union W2 is not a subspace. But if you calculate W1 intersection W2, this will be that all the elements which satisfy both the conditions. In union, the element have to satisfy either one condition, but in W1 intersection W2, the elements must have to satisfy both the conditions. It is a subspace. Okay. Now I give a theorem for union. When the union will be a subspace, let U and W are two subspaces of a vector space V over a field F. Then U union W is a subspace of V if and only if either U subset of W or W subset of U. If the subspaces are such that one of them is subset of another, then the union will be subspace, and conversely when you see that the union of two subspaces are a subspace also, then you must have one of them must be subset of another. Okay. So there is the proof. Let U and W are two subspaces of vector space V over the field F such that either U subset of W or W subset of U. Here I consider that conditions, then I will show that U union W is a subspace, and next conversely we choose U union W as a subspace, and then we have to show that this. Okay. But here we consider that condition and we have to show that U union W is a subspace of V. If U subset W, then U union W must be W, because here W is a superset, therefore the union of that two sets will be W, and this is also a subspace. It is given. Therefore in that case U union W is a subspace of V. Similarly, if W is a subset of U, then U union W will be U, which is subspace also. Thus we show that both of the cases U union W is a subspace of V. Okay. Now we prove the second part. Second part means here we consider U union W as a subspace. Conversely, let U and W are two subspaces of a vector space V over a field F such that U union W is a subspace of V. Now our target is to prove that either U subset of W or W subset of U. Now U subset of W means U minus W is phi, and W subset of U means W union or W minus U is phi, and minus means difference, that is either U difference W equal to phi or W minus U equal to phi. This is our target. Now explain how. Suppose here A is a set and B is a subset of A. Okay. Now you see that what is B minus A? B minus A means the elements of B which are is not in A. B difference A means the elements in B which are not in A. But here does not exist any element X such that X belongs to B but X does not belongs to A, because here all the elements of B are in A, because B is a subset of A. So here we cannot find any element which are in B but which are is not in A. So we can conclude that B minus A equal to phi. Okay. However, this is our target. We have to prove that either U minus W equal to phi or W minus U equal to phi. We prove it by conversely. For that purpose, if possible, let U minus W and W minus U are both non-empty. So there exists an element alpha belongs to U minus W. Since this is not empty, there must be an element, suppose this is alpha, and here also an element, suppose this is beta. Okay. Then alpha belongs to U, but alpha does not belongs to W, since alpha belongs to U minus W. And since beta belongs to W minus U, therefore beta must belongs to W, but beta does not belongs to U. Now alpha belongs to U implies that alpha belongs to U union W, and beta belongs to W implies that beta belongs to U plus U union W. So you see that here alpha belongs to U union W and beta belongs to U union W. Since alpha beta belongs to U union W and U union W is a subspace of V, therefore alpha plus beta must belongs to U union W. Okay, since both the elements alpha and beta are in U union W, and since U union W is a subspace, which is our assumption, sorry, this is given in question, so alpha plus beta must in U union W. This is the condition of a subspace. Please remember here alpha belongs to U but alpha does not belongs to W, and beta belongs to W but beta does not belongs to U. Again, alpha plus beta belongs to U union W implies that alpha plus beta belongs to U or alpha plus beta belongs to W. If alpha plus beta in U, then alpha belongs to U implies that alpha plus beta minus alpha in W, because since U is a subspace, therefore U plus is a commutative group, therefore A composed B inverse. Here you consider this is A and this is B, therefore A composed B inverse means here minus B, therefore alpha plus beta minus alpha must belongs to U. So if you calculate it, then you get beta belongs to U, but it is a contradiction because you know that beta is an element in W but beta does not belongs to U, so this is contradiction. So a contradiction arises due to alpha plus beta is in U. If alpha plus beta is in W, then what happens? Then beta belongs to W, you know, both the conditions implies that alpha plus beta minus beta belongs to W. Since W is a subspace, because W plus is a commutative group, therefore A composed B inverse, where A is alpha plus beta and B is minus B is beta, and B inverse means minus beta, therefore alpha plus beta minus beta belongs to W. If you simplify, then you get alpha belongs to W, but it is a contradiction because alpha is an element in U minus W, so alpha belongs to U but alpha does not belongs to W, so this is a contradiction. So this is not possible, so our assumption was wrong. Therefore alpha plus beta does not belongs to U, as well as alpha plus beta does not belongs to W, therefore alpha plus beta does not belongs to U union W. This contradicts the fact that both U minus W not equal to phi and W minus U equal to not equal to phi. These are assumption. Due to assumption, this contradiction arises, so these are not possible. And this not equal to phi means either these are the contradiction. So what is the original result? Original result will be both of the U minus W and W minus U must be empty. Since U minus W is empty, therefore U subset of W, and since W minus U is empty, W must be subset of U. So the theorem is proved. Okay. Now I repeat the theorem in a single page. The theorem was, let U and W are two subspaces of a vector space V over a field F. Then U union W is a subset of V if and only if either U subset of W or W subset of U. For that purpose, in first case we consider U W are two subspaces of a vector space V over a field F such that either U subset of W and W subset of U. If U subset W, then U union W equal to W, which is a subspace of V, and if W subset of U, then their union must be U, which is a subspace of V. So in that case, both of the cases, we see that union is a subspace of V. But in converse part, we choose U and W two subspaces such that their union is a subspace of V over the field F, such that U union W is a subspace of V. We have to prove that either U subset of W or W subset of U, that is U minus W equal to phi or W minus U equal to phi. You know that u subset of w means u minus w equal to phi, and w subset of u means w minus u equal to phi. We prove it by contradiction. For that purpose, we consider that both the condition do not hold. For that purpose, if possible, let both u minus w not equal to phi and w minus u not equal to phi. Since these are not empty, therefore we get elements from that set as well as from that set. We choose an element alpha from u union w and another element beta from w minus u. Since alpha belongs to u minus w, therefore alpha must belongs to u, but alpha does not belongs to w, and beta belongs to w, but beta does not belongs to u. Now alpha belongs to u implies that alpha belongs to u union w, and beta belongs to w implies that beta belongs to u union w. Alpha belongs to u union w and beta belongs to u union w implies that alpha plus beta belongs to u union w, since it is a subspace. Okay, so we get alpha plus beta is an element in u union w. So either alpha plus beta is in u or alpha plus beta is in w. Now we discuss both of the cases when alpha plus beta in w and alpha plus beta is in u. When alpha plus beta in u, we consider that case here alpha is in u. Now alpha plus beta in u and alpha belongs to u implies that alpha plus beta minus of alpha in u. Okay, so if you simplify, then we get beta is in u, but it is a contradiction because you see that here beta does not belongs to u. It is a contradiction. Similarly, if you choose another case, that is alpha plus beta in w, then beta belongs to w implies that alpha plus beta minus beta in w, that is alpha belongs to w. It is also a contradiction because here alpha does not belongs to w. Here you see that alpha is in u, but alpha does not belongs to w. So both of the cases does not hold. So alpha plus beta does not belongs to u as well as does not belongs to w. Therefore alpha plus beta does not belongs to u union w. This is a contradiction because we know that alpha plus beta is an element in u union w. This contradicts the fact that both u minus w and w minus u are non-empty. This arises due to our assumption both u minus w and w minus u are non-empty. So these are contradiction. So original result was both of u minus w and w minus u are empty. Again, u minus w equal to phi means u is a subset of w, and w minus u equal to phi implies that w is a subset of u. Hence the theorem is proved. I hope that you understand the video. Please see another video related vector space. Anyway, thank you. Have a good day.